Okay, so this is part 6 of Making a Musician. I am Adam Schreiner, Matthew Hartz. He is teaching me how to learn music. This process started with me not knowing a lot about music at all. And we had the idea after we made a beginner's module for violin and fiddle players to test it out. And then so here we are. So what we're doing today is Matthew had mentioned that as you're working through these tunes and you start to learn a tune is to record it. And you had initially said just to record the audio so you can have kind of a little inventory.
Yeah, and that's basically so you have a backup for yourself. You know, it's like instead of having that piece of music that you can reference to remind yourself of what it is, you've got that little bank of stuff in there that proves that you learned it once.
Right. And so what I did is I, just because it's quick on the phone, just to record myself with a video. So, which you can record that little bank with video too, kind of works the same. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go through that video and he's going to analyze it kind of and look at it. And this video was done I had worked the song Rubber Dolly for about 30 to 40, probably about 45 minutes, learned it. He had, randomly called me about something and I was like, hey, I just learned this. And
well, and we were just talking earlier about we wanted to do one of these analysis videos and you had already made this.
I had already made this,
so
yeah.
It's an opportunity for us to sit and dissect where you were at that point, because
Yes.
there's been some time that's gone on since
So
then.
I've been worked this a lot, but this was done about, I would say, maybe an hour and a half. So I had learned the song. I didn't really have it down, and then you had said, "Hey, record if you're feeling good, record yourself." So I recorded myself, or so I played a little longer than I recorded myself. That's what this video is, and I think it's also worth noting too that as part of the subscription on the website, MatthewHartzMusic.com, when you subscribe, you actually can submit videos in if you have questions. It wouldn't be same like this, like a full analysis of a song, but say like you were working a part that you were having a difficult time, or you had a question about a part of a song, you could actually submit a part, a short video of the question or a little piece, and then Matthew will address that either on this channel or send you a message depending on the context. But I just wanted to point that out as well, that this is actually a feature on the website when you subscribe. So,
Okay, now before we even get started, I wanted to stop before we get started. This still that we start with, I mean, really, lots of things look good. I mean, your chin's where I want it to be. Your left arm's in good position, and your wrist looks pretty good there from what I can see of it, and a bow hold looks nice. And you just, I couldn't have hoped for. I haven't had much manipulation on you with even this process, and so I'm really happy with the way you just look in the still.
oh, that's good.
Anyway,
Okay. And so, while we're talking about this still, is this position, like this is how you best position for you to see, or would it be better if I was turned a little bit?
No, this will be great. This is a valuable perspective for sure, and I can see most things from here.
Okay.
So a lot of times if I'm in a live lesson with somebody, I'll walk around them for different perspectives, and I've probably even done that with you before. So,
and I know this recording is not perfect. That was one thing you had said. You like record yourself when you have it now, so you can see the progression later if you record yourself later, or when you're doing it later. So I know this isn't perfect. I know I hit a weird note.
Oh, we're not worried about that at all.
This is a very beginner, just learned. This is essentially the first real song outside of the 3 learning tunes that I had played. So I'm gonna start playing this.
Just start playing.
Do you want me to?
I will tell you when I want you to stop it, when I have something to
say.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Wow. I didn't have you stop it. Okay. Now, that was so good. What, if I had anything to say, first of all, that's how long after you learned it?
Probably an hour and a half.
Just yeah, and so you'd gotten your fingers underneath you and everything.
I was shocked that was probably in the hour and a half, probably the best I'd ever played it up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
And even kind of I go, okay, at the end of that, because it was funny that the best that I had actually done it up until that point was when I recorded it. But up at, but yeah, that was
you do whatever, and then you've been doing way more since then, and we've even given you more tools since then as far as getting repetition in, because the main, you were bowing straight. All of the shapes were where I want them to be for someone at your stage in the game. It really looked good. The bowing is a little bit timid, but that's normal, as we're learning pressures and how loud and how soft and all that other stuff. But the amazing thing is you've never had from when we started this a few weeks ago, we've never put tapes on your violin.
Yeah.
And we just started with an understanding of whole steps and half steps and where those things are, right? And where the patterns are. And your intonation was not perfect there, but the one part where it was the most out of tune on the front end was that E note on the D string, the low E. But the second time that either you were conscious of that, or you weren't conscious of that, but the next time when you came through and hit that note on the second half of it, right, it was already much more in tune. And so that's great. And your intonation, you weren't playing with a guide there. That was just you, without me in your ear or a piano track or anything like that. That's excellent for just being. You're just relying on yourself for the pitch. Again, it wasn't perfect, but there were only a couple spots where I would have corrected you in a lesson and said, hey, let's work on that a little bit. But the funny thing is, the one note that was the most out of tune, through the first half of the tune, you already corrected it through the second half of the tune, right? We're self-correcting things if we let ourselves, a lot of the time, it will take over,
So I want to listen to that note again then real quick.
Yeah, just let it play again and I'll show you. It's short enough.
Yeah.
See, that's a little bit sharp on that F sharp. That's really quite sharp. That G sharp's a little bit flat, but it's still better than most G sharps at this stage. Your notes on the A string are really... That's closer on that F sharp. It's not quite in tune, but it's a lot more in tune than it was. And that D, your ring finger, okay. That's really good. I'm being critical just because, but you're just starting, man.
Yeah.
That's really, really, really good. And I know if we sat here and did that, now I know that you've done some other things now.
Yeah, that's been a while since. I don't remember when I recorded that, but yeah, it's been a little while since I did that.
Can you hear the things when I'm talking about it being just a little bit out of tune?
Yeah. So I can definitely hear on the E, like you said. Mm-hmm. But there's some of those other ones where you're like a little, those ones are still, and those to me, those I'm like, well, to me, it still sounded like it was decently in.
It is. And that's why I don't want you to take that as, that's being, if I'm just being almost ultra critical, and which I wouldn't be in the beginning stages. I'm not gonna really govern somebody's intonation. Like, I'm gonna give you general ideas. What did I say before when I said there was just one note that really stood out to me, right?
And that's
the way that I would usually treat that. I'm trying to give this an objective thing. So if we were being ultra critical, which I wouldn't make those small corrections right now.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? mean?
Yeah.
Some of those things, it's just not time. The strength hasn't been developed. It's just that, after everything gets more firm and everything, then you can do the micro adjustments. But
Okay. So, so then I guess should we pick up the instrument and
absolutely,
and kind of maybe do some of the micro adjustments?
Well,
This would be the first time that we would step outside of doing something that like someone wouldn't, someone who is following along wouldn't do. But this could be helpful for them.
I mean, we're not going to do. There's some of the micro adjustments that I'm not going to do. I might point them out. We might try to, but the ones that we definitely need to make, on the ones that we're going to do the things we need to do. Let's just put it that way. After seeing this, but also knowing that you've went past that, we're just going to kind of go through the process and see where we can go next with this thing, and let me decide what direction I want to point you as far as playing the violin goes. But then also we're going to get into keyboard study today or another day whenever we do get into that, and that's going to be part of the process going forward too.
Okay, so we're going to turn the cameras off. We're going to rearrange things to set up the best we can and do the micro adjustments that someone at home who's going through this as well could
let's don't say micro adjustments. Let's say adjustments.
Okay. So the adjustments that maybe someone at home can be either aware of or might be running into, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
We'll do that real quick. Okay, just rearranged everything. We got it all set up here the best we can. Sorry if it's not great, but
I'm just going to have you do some exercises, and I'm going to give you some feedback on it. I want you to just do your bowing exercises. Do 4 long bows just on the D string for me. On the D string, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Good. Go to the A now. It's looking really good. Remember, you were telling me you were having trouble isolating some of those inside strings. Now it's a lot better, right?
Yeah.
That's really good. Now go back to playing longbow on the A. And so we've talked about how your perspective sometimes is that you've got this looks straight to you. I'm going to bow this with you and show you what straight feels like. Now watch it while we're doing that. Watch. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to turn you loose, and I want you to do it again by yourself. Better. Go all the way to the end if you can, yes. But don't be scared. Play louder. Nice. Now, go over to the G and do the same thing. Start down bow, though. Nice. Okay, now let's have you do a Mississippi stop on the G.
Oh, this one's Mississippi stop.
Eighth, quarter. Now go ahead and go through all 4 strings for me on that. Twice on each string. Straighten that bow out just a little. Yeah. Now the E. Now, here's when you're seated, you're going to run into feeling like you're running out of... So this is where we either... put your legs on the other side. Now, put your knees more in front of you where your elbow is, and so you twist your body out. Just a little bit there, not so much. But just so that... Now try the E. Okay, now try bending this way a little bit so it flattens out the profile so the angle of it's not so steep. Yeah, so I'm not going to get too much into this, but if we were standing up, but you're doing really great. But when we're seated, it's about, when I'm playing, I'll a lot of times put my knees, look at this, bud, I'll put it over here so that even when I'm teaching, I'll put that I miss that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want this to be as free as possible. I don't want this feeling like it's got something it's going to run into.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that we've covered that.
Okay.
The bowing exercises are great. I'm sure you can do your hamburgers and all that stuff. Let's I want you to play me Hot Cross Buns in the key of G, and I want you to find the B note first. No, I want you to find the B note. So I want you to start with that. So I always start with open.
When you say find it, you mean start.
Yes, play some notes before it to find it.
Okay.
So start with open G. Nice adjustment. You knew that was sharp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, start again. It's pretty close. Let's do that one more time. Nice. Now let's do it again with the. I'm going to lean over here and play the piano. Nice. Okay. Go ahead and from that B note, play me Hot Cross Buns.
Oh.
That's all right. Start the one of pennies again. Nice, bud. And it was all in tune too. So go ahead and play me Mary from that spot. Your intonation is really good, bud. I'm gonna accompany you on that real quick.
Okay.
Same tune. Ready, play. Do it again, and you were a little bit flat. Go. There you go. Close your eyes, bud. Yeah, you're right on. Don't worry about the sequence. Just start right there, halfway through.
Where am I at here then? Oh my goodness.
You're all right. Remember, go B, A, G.
Okay.
That's all right. Yeah, awesome. Now, don't you think, how did I forget that? And do not worry about that kind of stuff right now, because you're working so many different parts when you're trying to play in tune, trying to stay with the sequences.
Yeah, playing with this too.
Yes,
trying
and this is all.
Trying not to listen.
Yes,
to,
and so this is going to change your perspective on the intonation too. And I noticed you were, when I started playing with you, it really confused you a little bit, and you were playing a little bit flat through the first part, but then you made an adjustment, and I saw you do it before I said something about it. And so this is all part of the program, right? Let's go to Twinkle. Let's have you do, because you've been playing the simple stuff in G, D, and A, right?
Yeah.
Let's have you do Twinkle in the key of D.
And so on something like this, would you still, like, because I start just on the D string.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to find a note then?
Right. Remember, because that's already going to give you reference when you go to hit that B note on the A, which is the first noted note that you'll play, because you've been playing the D and the A open. It's already going to give you an idea of what that next whole step is supposed to sound like, right?
Okay. So
I'm going to let you play by
on
yourself.
On the D, right? Okay. Okay.
That's it. It's excellent, buddy. Let's keep your bow up there. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to accompany you. Ready? Play. Excellent job, bud.
Yeah.
Man, and if I'd be taking you through everything if I felt like I had the liberty of the time to do everything with you. But I know you're doing everything, and I want you to do all of it in all the keys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do just the D major scale now.
Okay.
And as you play it, maybe tell me what the notes are as we go through.
So D, that's not right.
I like that. And don't worry about trying to sing it. Just say the note name. Okay. So say D.
So D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D.
Excellent.
D.
Nice and slow.
C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D.
Excellent. Your intonation's killing me. Now, okay, so play the D scale again with don't say the notes.
Don't say the notes.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice and slow.
Okay.
Nice job, man.
But was that all in tune?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Really.
Oh, well,
really.
See, with the guitar, it kind of made me think a little bit.
And that's something you're gonna have to work with now.
Okay.
And I'm hoping. Do we have backing tracks for the simple melodies?
Yes, we do.
Have you been playing with them yet?
Do we have them with the simple melodies?
I don't know.
No, we don't.
I know you have it with Rubber Dolly.
Yeah.
And that. Have you been playing with just the accompaniment on Rubber Dolly yet?
No, because I haven't really felt
Okay.
there yet. I'm still playing with you or just trying to play by myself.
Okay. It might be time to graduate to accompaniment on its own too.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and play Rubber Dolly, and you just start it. And it does start up, Bo. Oh, you're finding your C sharp. Yeah, let me give you some reference. There you go. Nice. Okay, start up, Bo. you're on it, man. In tune. I want you to start being more aggressive with your bow. I know the situation at home at the condo makes it so you can't be loud, but I do want you to be unafraid to go ahead and, there's a lot of the timidness with the bow in the beginning is people the sounds are so bad when they're bad.
Yeah,
right,
it's
right,
so loud.
right. So you feel like I don't want, so just be unafraid to make the noises and go ahead and.
You're saying because I'm not pressing down very hard? Is that what you mean?
You're pressing down pretty good, but you're not just letting it. I just want you to be freer with it and dig in just a little bit more. Okay. And that's all part of the process. Okay. Where you're at is phenomenal. And especially the shapes. I mean, when I say the shapes, how you're holding everything and your bow looks really good. I mean, on the A and the E is that, it has more of this shape to it, but you're getting there. But to be honest with you, when I'm looking at myself play on the A and the E, it's more of that thing, right? So I'm just trying to look at everything, but I'm not going to change a thing you're doing right now, other than just keep tell you to stick with the program and stay with the repetitions. We are gonna, I don't know if we'll get to it today, but we're gonna do a supplemental. Well, not supplemental because I want everyone to watch it, but we're gonna start some basic keyboard study with Adam. So he's drawing all the connections early in the game that I want him to from the keyboard.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that was cool.
Was it fun playing? Did you find yourself having fun when we were playing?
I want to do that. I want to do that more. That adds a different element of the the freedom.
When you get that stage, when you get to that stage where you can sit down with a group of musicians and you've got a few of these basic tunes and you can sit down and actually jam them, it's a pretty powerful feeling to just sit down and just make music with a group of people that are, where you're kind of on the same wavelength. And,
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Fun. Okay. All right. We'll see you next time for some piano stuff. That's probably what we'll do next. Cool. Yeah. Okay. We'll see you next time.